Welcome back. Good morning. You're watching Market Cafe on ET now. But we're now joined, it's that time of the show. We're joined by both Ashesha and Vamakshi, who are in with us. And I'll move to Ashesha first. Ashesha, tell us what are the stocks in news and what's the reason for the buzz?
Yes, so let's start off with an earnings candidate first, Lupin. Numbers have been largely in line with what the street was working with. Sales have grown up at about 2.2% on a year-on-year basis. Company has reported a profit of about 129 crores this quarter versus a loss of 2,098 crores that the company reported same time last year. Margins have contracted a tad bit. They've come in at 10.5% versus margins of 13.8% same time last year. EBITDA margins declined by about 600 basis points on a sequential basis as well. US sales stood at $159 million versus $121 million that the company reported same time last year, indicating a decline of about 14% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. EBITDA was led by higher than expected sales in the US, which translated to about 32% of their total sales. We also have Balrampur Chini, which will be in focus in today's trading session. It reported its numbers post-market hours yesterday. Revenues have declined. The company reported revenues of 1,125 crores this quarter versus revenues of 1,271 crores. This was because of lower sugar sales quota, and that was on account of lower production that the company did this quarter. Adjusted EBITDA stood at about 2 crores this quarter, and this was because of 14 crores of one-off expense that the company has reported in its profit and loss account. Other than this, Balrampur Chini will also be in focus because it has announced a buyback to the tune of 145 crores, and buyback price will stand at 360 rupees per share. We will also have E-clerx services, which will be in focus. Board of directors will be considering buyback in the meeting that is scheduled to happen later today. Som Distilleries, it has informed the exchanges that company's market share in the total beer industry in the state of Karnataka has now risen to 14%. LIC and Divi's Laboratories will be in focus, and that is because shareholding of LIC in Divi's has risen from 4.9% to 5.03%. Quess Corp, another earnings candidate, where revenues have grown by at about 7% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Margins have contracted a tad bit. They've come in at 3.16% for the quarter gone by versus margins of 3.85% in the previous quarter. Headcount, they say, has touched that 500,000 mark, and they've also announced an interim dividend of 8 rupees per share. So keep an eye out on Quess Corp as well.
Right. So those were the stocks to watch out for in trade. Thank you so much for that.